Welcome back to AM Northwest. According to our next guest, the loose beachy hair wave trend is here to stay a while, and there are ways we can do it ourselves. So we welcome back color and extension specialist Kate Kurzbein and her model Zoe.
Thanks, Tammy.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Okay, this is a trend that I wish I could do on myself, but I can't.
Yes, so we'll talk about some ways that you will be helpful so that you can do it on yourself, hopefully. So the most important thing, I'm going to talk about 3 different ways to achieve beachy loose waves. The most important thing is how you prep your hair. So whether you wash it or not, or just get it wet, you want to put heat protectant in it and then some kind of styling aid. Mousse, I like mousse personally. Any kind of volumizing texture, that's going to help the curls hold for a long period of time throughout the day.
Nice.
So Zoe did that. She prepped her hair overnight with these heatless waves. These are great if you can sleep in something like this. Sometimes some people find it a little, it's squishy, and you can buy these on Amazon. They're super inexpensive.
Yes, I have one of these.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm not good at using it.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you on the other side how to wrap it, and then we'll take it out so you can see what the curls look like.
And you were saying that you don't necessarily have to get one of these, that you can use anything that you can wrap your hair around.
Zoe told me that she uses her bathrobe tie.
Her bathrobe tie.
Anything that you can wrap your hair around that's soft.
Okay.
So you're gonna wrap it like this, and just, it's kind of like a braid. You're just gonna gather the hair and continually add.
Wrap and pick up.
Yep. So I do like a 1 loop, and then, grab the next.
And did you say if you do this overnight, does your hair need to have all those products in it?
So it's helpful. It will hold better because it's like setting it overnight.
Right.
And if you can spray it with a little bit of water if you wanted to, something to help it set. And then in the morning it'll hold better.
Right.
But product's always going to help stuff hold.
Yes.
So, and then you just wrap a scrunchie.
And then you lay on a pillow upright.
And you don't move. So in the morning when you go to take it out, I just remove the scrunchie, and then you also can clip it up at the top to help it stay
I've done that.
Yep. Yes. Takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
And then
But this is such an inexpensive and easy way to do it, right?
I just kind of go like this, just to loosen the curls a little bit, and you can kind of start to unwrap them. You just want to pull them off. They're gonna look a little like perfectly like too tight.
Yeah.
But when you start to separate them with your hands, and I also can brush them. And if you feel like you don't like the way the top part looks, you can easily just curl that with the curling iron or flat iron.
And Zoe did this last night.
Yeah. So she slept in it. This is what
it looks like.
What it looks like the next morning. So it's pretty great, and it gives you more of that like big blowout look that's kind of in right now. So this is a great option, and it's less damaging because you're not using heat on your hair.
Oh,
so
good point, Kate. The hairstylist, Kate.
Yes. So then I'm going to show you a couple other. I'm going to start with the curling iron.
Okay.
I always tell people to section their hair based on how thick it is, but usually about 2.
Okay.
Clip half of it out of the way.
Okay.
And then the front section you always want to do, like the front 2 sections, away from your face.
Okay, this is the question I have, because you don't want to do everything in the same direction.
Because if you do, it becomes like one cohesive wave. So if you want a more textured look, so you do the first 2 and then you kind of alternate.
Okay.
And there's no like right or wrong. So you put it about halfway in, and then I pull it down. And you want to leave this tail out. Yes. Because if you put that in there, it's going to look like, it'll look like curly, Shirley Temple. So you just touch it until it feels warm, and then I kind of like squeeze the clamp and let it go. Oh. And if you don't like the way this looks, you can take the curling iron and just kind of flatten it out a little bit, and that'll flatten that tip out.
Now, how do you do it in the back of your own hair?
So you're going to kind of hold it like this. You want to hold it upside down. It's more about the
hold it upside down.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm also going to show you another way that makes it easier. Like, you don't need to buy a wand. If you have a curling iron, you can use it as a wand, and that's much easier. Hold it upside down.
What's a wand? What do you mean
Basically, a wand is a curling iron without a clamp.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
and you just did that as a wand.
Yeah, just like this. And then same thing. I'm holding this tail out right here.
Yeah.
Touching this until it gets hot. And then you just let it go.
I never knew about touching it until it's hot.
Yeah. And the other really important thing to do with all of these heated methods is to let it completely cool before you touch it. You don't want to brush it out. You don't want to put your hands in it until it's cooled. It's like rollers. They used to put them in hot, let them completely set, and that's what will help it hold. So
Oh.
Yep, so the prep and the cooling at the end are the most important parts.
Okay.
And then flat iron curls, which tend to be, I think, the most difficult for everybody.
Yes, but I love them the most.
Yes. So the tips that I have for doing it on yourself, watch a video online of someone else doing it on themselves. So not someone doing it on someone else, how they do it on themselves. And then practice with it off, because you'll get the motion down and you're not going to burn your fingers, which tends to happen.
Or your hair?
Or your hair, because you want it to be one fluid movement.
Yes.
That's really important.
Okay,
so
I'm watching intently.
Yes. And the bigger the section you take, the looser the curl will be. So I'm going to curl this away from her face.
Okay.
I put it in, turn it about 180 degrees, so not all the way around, and just move it in a cohesive.
Move it.
And then if you can kind of pull it.
I'm sorry, I'm getting in the way of the camera shot. Sorry.
So I'll do a longer piece because that'll be easier. It's like when you're wrapping a present and you do ribbon with the scissors. Same like idea. If you can like think about that in your head, turn it. You're using the tension.
You're turning it toward the head.
And then just pulling it. See, I'm not like curling it around. I'm just doing like one movement.
You're not alternating.
I did the first two sections forward, but away from the face. This one I would do forward.
I see.
And just pull. See, I'm not turning the flat iron. I'm just using that tension to curl it like that.
Like magic.
It is magic, and the nice thing is if you have coarser hair, it will also smooth it as you're doing it. Yeah, so someone like you, you would smooth the hair as you're doing it. So it's kind of, the curling iron doesn't do that quite as well.
Yeah. Now, I love your hair today.
Oh, thanks. Yes.
And you use that three-prong
I use this It's kind of like a newer version of a crimper.
Okay.
If you think about it, it's very easy to use. It took me not very long to do it. I section my hair the same way. You're just going to put it in the hair. And
so you still section the hair?
Just so that it's easier to control, and you get smaller sections of hair, you're going to get a better curl.
Do you slide that?
Nope, you hold it like this.
Oh.
I count to about 10, and then I move it down. I find the next, I like match it up with the curl and do that.
I think I could handle that.
I think you can handle this. Yes. It's pretty. This one's pretty great for starting out, and those are also not super expensive.
Okay, I see a new device in my life.
Yep.
For hair. Oh my gosh, thanks Zoe, thanks Kate. We're gonna have this video and a link to more information on our website at katu.com.